Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Haley if you don't know who I am, and today's video is going to be another installment of my Europe travel series. I'm going to be talking about our second day in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, and I love Amsterdam, but unfortunately we got robbed right before we were supposed to come home from Europe, so we lost a lot of footage and photos, but I still have some photos and a few pieces of footage. But most important, we have the memories, and I have a travel journal that thankfully wasn't stolen. So I'm just gonna get straight into this video and pick up where I left off. So the next day, well, this was our second full day in Amsterdam, but technically our third, and it was Friday, June 28th, and we had gotten tickets to go to the Van Gogh Museum because Vincent van Gogh is literally one of my favorite artists of all time, and just I don't know if it's his story or his paintings or both, but I love him so much, and I love every piece of his art. And so I'm like, when we go, we have to go to the Van Gogh Museum. So we got tickets beforehand, and we were actually able to go straight in. We didn't have to wait in a line or anything. And it was fully wheelchair accessible, which is so awesome. But we were able to go inside and see all of his sunflower paintings, and it was in this separate room. But I only thought he had painted a few sunflower paintings, but he painted so many. I'll put them out on the screen. Being able to see this art that not only an artist made, but that was from a couple hundred years ago and is still in beautiful shape, and where you can see each brushstroke and just each shade of each color still, and just it was oddly emotional to see art like that in person. And you can call me a weirdo for that, but it was so cool. And you know, we went to the rest of the exhibit and we saw even more of his paintings, and they even had some paintings from other artists I think that might have been inspired by him. So it was just so cool to be able to see all of that, and I'm so grateful for that. And it's definitely one of my favorite things we did in Europe. One of the I highly recommend you go to the Van Gogh Museum if you're going to Amsterdam. It was breathtaking and amazing. And so after that, we finished, we got some stuff at the gift shop, and then my dad was taking us to a surprise, and that surprise ended up being windmills. And I will start, I don't know if I'm going to overlay footage or photos here, or if I'm going to put it in between clips. I don't know. It depends on how much I have. But we went to this place where it was just a marshland, is that what you call it? And there were several windmills, and there was goats, and there was animals, and these cute little buildings. It was like a little village almost, not where people lived, but in terms of there was a few shops, places to eat, and then each windmill we saw did something completely different. And so we ended up going to a few different windmills because we had heard one of them was wheelchair accessible, and the one we got to actually was a sawmill. And the story behind the sawmill we went into is really cool. Is that during World War II, I believe, it was actually destroyed during World War II, and they rebuilt it exactly like it was built hundreds of years prior in 2007, and they added in a lift. So that windmill, it was so cool to be able to not only see several, but to go inside one and see how it worked, and that it was wheelchair accessible. I mean, it was a little tight, but it was so cool. It was it just made me so happy that for something like that, I could finally experience something like that, even in a wheelchair, when I thought I wouldn't be able to. And that is so special to me. I don't think a lot of people realize how important accessibility is and how much it means to people in wheelchairs or with mobility aids or mobility issues. It just literally, it makes my heart soar when I see places like that that are wheelchair accessible. Anyways, I'm rambling. After that, we walked around and went inside a few gift shops, and we got a few different things. I got, oh, let me show you because this is so cute. So I got, as a family, we obviously got more than this, but I got this, the cutest little cup ever. Excuse you? Like, excuse me? Like, isn't this so cute? Excuse my dog in the background being dramatic. He is in his crate with a Kong ball while I film this video because I'm home alone. And he thinks it's the end of the world. And that was our second full day in Amsterdam, and that next morning we ended up leaving. Well, second day in Amsterdam, technically third. Anyways, it's confusing. But that next morning we ended up leaving and going somewhere really special, and I'm going to make a separate video about that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and just know that if you have a chronic illness and if you are in a wheelchair or have mobility issues, that it is totally possible to travel. And it is totally possible to find things that you would never think could be accessible. So if you have any questions, like if you guys want to know where that was at, ask me in the comments. But it was just a really fun, special day, and it was just so peaceful and so calm and relaxing and serene, and it was honestly what my whole family like needed, and it was just so special. It was so special. So anyways, thanks for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.